The thrill of two heavyweights going up against each other in a boxing ring always gets your heart racing, and two of the most notable heavyweights of the current era are set to go up against each other. Yep, I'm talking about Oleksandr Usyk versus Tyson Fury. There are many weight categories in the world of boxing. However, there's one category that's without a doubt a regular showstopper. Heavyweight boxers are always a symbol of extreme power and dominance.
268 pounds and 10 ounces for Tyson Fury.
They definitely are the royalty of boxing, you could say. But there's only one problem here. I mean, just take a look at Tyson Fury. He has one or maybe two fights in a year. And that's understandable, given that a lot of things must come together perfectly before a fight of this magnitude. But the on-again, off-again nature of these fights can often get quite frustrating for the fans. Until recently, it was reported that the two were set to go up against each other in March.
You are next. Me and you, Soccer next. Me and you. You're getting it, little Soccer. Rabbit. Pussy.
However, the latest reports mention that the fight will take place at the end of April. But that isn't it. Earlier, there was talk of the fight being held in Saudi Arabia. But for now, it looks like that plan is now out of the picture, and the fight will be staged at Wembley Stadium in London, even though there has been a lot of conversation around Usyk's representatives asking for an equal share in the revenues generated from the fight. Tyson's promoter, Bob Arum, shared that negotiations with Usyk and his team are almost complete. Arum said that he's positive that things can get going as early as next week. He plans to hold press conferences in London as well as New York. That is surely good news for all the boxing fans out there.
Who wants his pen? I'll take it back off for the phone. Have you got a phone, mate? Have you got a phone? Have you got a phone?
Now, we might not be sure when the fight will actually take place, but what we know for sure is that Fury will go into it as the favorite. Well, if we go by what the people in the boxing world are saying, the odds will be stacked heavily in favor of the current heavyweight champion. Most people are of the opinion that Fury will be able to defend his championship title. However, there's also an understanding of the fact that it might be Fury's most difficult fight for a while, because let me tell you, the Ukrainian isn't exactly a mug in that boxing ring either. He's definitely one of the best technicians we've seen in the world of boxing over the years. He has the intelligence to outsmart any opponent on his day. So by all means, don't let the chatter fool you. I genuinely believe that it's going to be a pretty close affair. It's definitely not going to be an easy win for the champion, but that's just me. Not everyone seems to think that way, especially not Tyson's half-brother Tommy Fury. He apparently thinks Tyson will drown Usyk. Well, they do say blood is thicker than water, so naturally Tommy Fury thinks that it's going to be a pretty straightforward affair. He believes that there won't be any competition when the two actually get into the ring with each other. Tommy, who himself is a light heavyweight boxer, recently made an appearance in an interview.
You know Tyson so well. How can you see this fight going?
I can see Tyson getting Usyk out of there very quick.
He was talking to Lance Pugmire of Fight Hype on his podcast. The Manchester-born light heavyweight boxer talked about a lot of stuff on the podcast. He discussed his own impending fight with Jake Paul that's set to take place at the end of this month. And he also shared his thoughts on who might come out victorious in the fight between Tyson Fury and Usyk. In the fight between these two, Tommy obviously sided with his brother. He shared that Tyson is an elite fighter who will thoroughly outplay the Ukrainian. Well, I don't think any of us would disagree with Tommy here. Tyson is definitely an elite boxer. However, Tommy went a little too far in my opinion when he compared his brother to Floyd Mayweather Jr. While mentioning Tyson and Floyd Mayweather in the same breath, he said that elite fighters like these two make their opponents look like nothing special.
When you're of that elite caliber, you make them great fighters look ordinary. And that's exactly what's going to happen here. You're going to see Oleksandr Usyk, look ordinary against Tyson. He's going to look like, honestly.
And that's what's going to happen when the two meet. Yikes. Biased much? Now, after hearing what Tommy said, I have to wonder what other people think about the outcome of the fight. People who aren't related to Tyson. Well, you'll be surprised to learn that former British boxer Johnny Nelson agrees with Tommy. And according to him, Fury will be too smart for the Ukrainian. Former heavyweight boxer Johnny Nelson is one of the most prominent voices in the world of boxing. And sure enough, he also jumped in with his thoughts on how a fight between Tyson Fury and Usyk would go. Similar to Tommy Fury, Johnny Nelson also thought that Tyson would go into the fight with an advantage. However, his claims weren't as far-fetched as Tyson's half-brother. Nelson had quite a logical reason for why he thought Fury would come out on top. The former champ spoke to Sky Sports Boxing, where he mentioned that all the attention would be on Usyk. He will have to prove that he can outsmart the British boxer. Nelson also said what's on everyone's mind. He talked about Fury's apparent advantage over Usyk in terms of size. Usyk is obviously one of the most intelligent fighters in the world of boxing. However, Nelson strongly believes that Fury will have the upper hand in the fight. If I were to put Nelson's thoughts in simple terms, he's basically trying to say that the British boxer is bigger, stronger, and smarter than Usyk. Like, what else is even left after that? But he does have a point if you think about it. While Usyk also comes in with significant experience, Fury is a more decorated fighter. He has already proven himself at the highest level. However, there's one man who would disagree with this. Yep, you guessed it. I'm talking about Deontay Wilder. Well, there probably isn't another person in the world that hates Tyson Fury more than Deontay. Fury first defeated Wilder back in 2020 to become the heavyweight champion, and then also defended his title against him successfully. However, Wilder is nowhere near satisfied with the way in which he won those fights. He joined in the discourse on the fight with quite a bizarre prediction. When asked who would win between Usyk and Fury, the former world heavyweight champion made an outrageous claim. He said that whoever cheats the hardest will win the fight. Now, I understand why he would say that about Tyson Fury, but what's baffling is that he has the same opinion about Usyk, who he has never even played against. I can imagine the frustration of sitting on the sidelines while Fury, who defeated him, takes on Usyk as they battle it out to be crowned the sole champion. At a time when most people are excited about getting to see two of the most brilliant boxers, Wilder is playing the role of the party pooper, if you ask me. Further clarifying his comments, Wilder said that between Fury and Usyk, it would be a 50-50 fight, where you can't really pick a winner. That's why the one who cheats would be the one who wins it. Interestingly, the former heavyweight champion does seem convinced, without exception, that both of them will cheat. Well, let's wait and see what actually happens when the two of them finally meet in the ring. That's all, folks. That was all the hype around Fury versus Usyk. See you next time with even more amazing content like this. Bye.